Hey guys, welcome back to the bench where we are working on the two Porsches, the Jägermeister and the Martini, which give you an update. We have the orange painted on the Jägermeister and the interior painted. So very vibrant. I think it looks a little more red orange on my screen, but I'll see how it looks when I actually make the video. And we have the Martini. So everything is white and painted, and the interior is all masked off. Good results with that. So set those off to the side because they take up too much room. So for the Jägermeister, step 2 involves we're basically gluing all of the pedal, gas pedal, clutch pedal, brake pedal mechanisms, and apparently some of them actually you'll be able to press them and they'll move and come back. This acts like a little piston thing. I haven't glued it all together, but I've got, you can see where the pistons will go, and these pedals move up and down. So it's going to be interesting. Right now, I'm not going to work on this one as much. Once I do step 2 of the Martini, then I'll come back off screen and do the Jägermeister. So step 2 of the Martini is also building the pedals, but also building all of this with the transmission tunnel and the shifter, which if you go to your super detail set, our first parts of this are a little more involved. So this replaces step 2 of the TAMIYA guide, and it lets you know, it says TAMIYA parts not used in step 2. So you'll basically put these side by side and go through, and it'll tell you what to use and what not to use to complete step 2. So we'll have to fold this piece D3, which I've actually cut out already. And it's just a piece of photo etch. So we're going to fold that with our little handy dandy photo etch bender. And then we'll have to start going through the parts box and find all of these, like M21, M42, D25, which is photo etch. So we'll have to start pulling all of these to create, all of those right there create this small piece here that goes into the, basically the shifting, where the stick shift and everything comes into. So I am going to try to fold this into shape so we can get started on that. And then we can try to get this as well. And we're all going to learn this at the same time because I've not done a lot of this. So let us try to bend this photo etch. Gives you some guidelines to fold. So I try to, as you can see on the photo etch, it has these guidelines that we're going to fold. So we're going to, I believe, fold away from those because that's your fold mark. So we are going to attempt to do our first one. So the first thing we're going to do is loosen this. That's the little piece that helps you fold it. So I've noticed a couple little edges here that need to be trimmed just a little bit. All right, so now it's like you've got to think ahead before you bend. So we're going to put it in the mouth of this little beast. And we're going to fold down on that line. So we're just going to line it up right on the edge. And we're going to go righty-tighty. And I'm definitely not going to be in a hurry. I'm going to tighten that down. And we're just going to look first to make sure. I think we're just going to take you and roll down until it's flat. And then a nice 90. I'll look down here. Okay. I'll loosen that out, take it out. And you can see that it's folded at a nice 90 degree. So we're trying to make that housing. So now we're going to do the other one. I'm going to elevate this off the board just a little bit. Trying to make sure I got it on screen for you guys. So we're just going to use my thumb and bend it a little bit just so we get that crease. Well, I'm hoping that's right. Make sure I can come in here, fold it up. All right. So I did bend that a little bit, which is a no-no. I think with photo etch, you really have to plan your steps ahead of time. All right, so after, what, 15, 20 minutes, we have the part looking like the part, even though I can't focus, dang it. But it's that part right there. So now it needs a smaller part. It needs R19, and it has to be glued on that little flap that folded down. So we'll try to find R19. I'll be right back. All right. I found the next piece that we needed. This is going to be a long, tedious process, but I'm going to enjoy it. Okay, so we got right here R19. Took me forever to find it on our parts list. So in case you're building this, I just started looking for the number 19. So whatever was too big or not, but there's a small sheet of tiny little pieces here. And I looked at 19, and it pointed to this little thing right here. And that looked like the same shape that we're dealing with right here. So I cut it off. And it's right there. So now I have to fold that and glue that to this piece that we've already worked on. So I am going to do that. I may show you, I may not. I may get frustrated and just do it off camera. Got to be careful I don't cough and shoot it across the room. All right, so I got to keep telling myself, just take your time. Take your time. Forgive me if this is tedious, guys. I'm sorry. You can fast forward. Hopefully there's not a part where we fast forward and I'm throwing it against the wall. All right, here we go. And I think these have a little more cushion, so it might not spring across the room. So it is folded just like it's supposed to. So now I have to glue that part with the little shelf. So basically, it's going to glue onto there something like that, creating a little shelf. But I've really got to make sure that that's how it's going to be, because if you look at here, sorry, I have to keep moving the camera to change things. Look here. It says to glue it onto the front of that right there, which then is going to, it's all going to be covered anyway, because once this piece, once this piece glues down on here, you won't even see that part, but it'll be there. So, which I'm still trying to figure out what color we have to paint all of this, because that's the one thing if I had a complaint about with the Scale Auto or Scale Motorsports part. Not really a complaint, so don't go there. But if I had to, a mere suggestion would be what color would I be painting that whole apparatus that I just built, this little thing right here. What color would all that be? Because I don't want to come in and start picking out details later and have to, but I've got these photos and it kind of makes me think it's kind of the same color as, at least the brackets are the same color as the cockpit floor. So that's probably what we're going to do. We'll primer them and shoot them all black once I get these small pieces on there, which I almost hate to paint them because they look so cool being natural metal. But I'll go ahead and glue that little piece on there right now. As it just slides like that. And boom, oh, it moved again, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is, all right, so we have this little piece right here. It has to go onto this little piece right here. So a handy dandy special expensive super glue holder. Let me see if I can get it in there. All right, it's just a bottle cap. I did buy one of these from Display. It's a super glue holder. You put the glue on there and then dab it with these little cool things, but I never used it, so I'll use it one of these days. But anyway, just get me a little bit of glue on this brass toothpick. And then all right, where are you? And I'm just going to put the glue right on there. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to slide that right in place. All right. Had a little, not a hiccup, but somebody came down and was messing with me. Okay, so what we have is that first piece assembled. Pretty happy with it. Not going to glue the other parts to it yet because I have to paint it first. But we are now on to building. I've still got to find some 7mm wire in my collection, so I'll have to do that. But I also have to build, well, that's sub-assembly 5. So we are right here where we need M21, M42, D25, which is photo etch, R20, which is photo etch, C42, C30, G8. So let me see if I can find all those. Be right back. All right. The only thing that I'm missing is the 7mm wire, which I'm still going to look for, or I'll have to swing by the hobby store, Hobby Lobby or something like that tomorrow. But I did find 0.64 plastic rod, so it may help me actually set all these pieces up that I found for this wonderful thing. So the first part I needed was G8, and it says to put it with the cross pattern up. So we're just going to see how this looks. So there's G8. Then it says to add C30, which there's detail on one side. It's like little rivets, but nope. I think I've got the wrong one. Okay, so there's C30, C42, I guess I could be showing you what I'm doing, so you're just not hearing my awesome voice. I'm trying to be extremely careful because I don't want to drop any of these on the garage floor. Now that's really weird because that's not going through the hole. Okay. The diameter of that hole is really not, okay, there it goes. So that'll go there. I have to clean up a little bit of flash so far. The next piece is R20. Which is this piece here. But I think something holds that down, so what I think we're gonna do is I have to bend this little bracket here before I glue it on. That's got to be an L shape. But this piece will go on. That piece will go on. And then that little bracket slides and glues right to, fits that like a glove. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and bend what I need to bend and clean up what I need to clean up. And then I'm probably going to have to break these videos up into smaller chunks, because like almost sub-assemblies of step 2, because these are going to take a while and I don't want you guys to get bored and bail on me. Make sure I'm in view. This one doesn't have a guideline to follow, and it doesn't have a relief score to help it bend. So we are about to hope for the best. Yep, we're gonna hope for the best is what we're gonna do. Tighten that down, drop my pliers. Get grip on some of this stuff, it's just hard. But it worked. We'll loosen it back up and we'll grab that guy out of there, and we have a good little L bracket. So that'll glue on as well. So now all I need is that dang rod. So I'm kind of at an impasse. So I will find the rod. We'll wrap up this video. Thanks for watching and hanging in. Hope it's not too tedious for you, because it's very slow progress. It's very slow progress. So, yeah, look forward to getting some more work on this done, and I shall return. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you like it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you don't, go ahead and hit like anyway. Have a good night. Thanks.